What's up, guys? Time for another average errands. This is more of an accessory video than an automotive video. And today we're going to be installing this Vevor retractable extension cord reel. And so it looks like this. So open it out the box. And here's your list of accessories that you should get along with the main kind of module itself. It's obviously padded up and has 3 prongs on the end with grounds, which is nice. I've got the 75-foot version. Comes with this bracket, and you're going to use these 4 holes here with the wood screws, and then the little set screw will keep that in place there once you've got it mounted in there. So if you look through the directions, you'll have your general warnings, how to plug things in, the specifications. This is really important. You don't want to plug in anything that exceeds the rating of the cord that you bought. And then you also have the limited warranty. Now, installation, it tells you to have, basically, don't put it into drywall. You need a ceiling beam or a stud if you're putting it into the sidewall. But it's a little unclear when it says see figure 1. So here's figure 1 if you guys want to do the mounting brackets. Or take a look at the figure 1. You can pause it here and take a look. And what it isn't real clear is like, where do you put it? This is the picture of the bracket, right? Is that upside down? Who knows what that is? Really hard to tell from the photo. Really also hard to tell from the shaky cam. But what it essentially looks like, is you're gonna put it like this. And mine actually looks a little warped out of the box, but once you screw it in, it'll be fine. And then the railing is gonna slide in here, because as you can see on the edge, this piece right here will, apologies. You can see that bar there, and then it will just slide along, right, like fit in there. I don't think I can do this and video it. There we go. Yep, so it'll slide in there like this to move up and down, and then once you screw it in, it'll be perfectly flat. Mine is a little bent, I think, from the packaging, so you want to straighten it before you put it in the wall. Either way, we're gonna mount it in the ceiling, not a wall. So I have some extra drywall anchors that I put in there. Now you want to make those holes a little smaller than them themselves, smaller than the drywall anchors themselves, so you can just do a little bit of firm tapping in with a hammer, not to the point where you're bending it, so when you put the screws in, you can mount them in there. So I used a stud finder. I marked the 2 sides of the stud, and I put a little bit inside from the edge, so it's not on the very edge. So 2 of my screws will be in a stud, and 2 of them will be in these drywall anchors. I'm gonna pause here, and then I'll put the mounting bracket up. Actually, I wanted to zoom in here a little bit. You can see I left this one down. I've already hammered it a couple times, but a few more hammers. We'll seat that, and seat that one too. And I did some pre-drilling with a 5/32. It says 10 millimeter in the directions, but 5/32 is close like you get to 13/16. All right, let me install the bracket real quick. All right, our quick recommendation is to wear glasses when you're pre-drilling these holes, because the drywall will fall down in your eyes, and that's no fun. Also, this metal is really soft, so you cannot use a drill, so pre-drill the holes, and then use some elbow grease and the largest setting screwdriver you have to tighten these in here. This one was a combination drill and screwdriver. This one was just the screwdriver, and you can already see how crazy that it's been opened up there. So definitely use not a drill, or you'll strip it entirely. All right, let me load the unit in here itself real quick. All right, so we got it installed, and we got this set screw. One thing about the set screw that I didn't realize is you can't get a screwdriver straight up like this. You have to tilt this device to the side in order to get the screwdriver straight up there for it to hold it in place. So yeah, it came in here, looks pretty good, works. And you'll notice there's a light on it here, and there's a light for this. Now I know for anybody who's energy conscious out there, how much does it cost to do this? So another thing, I got this thing that's called a kilowatt EZ, and I have it set to watts right now. So it's plugged in. I couldn't plug it in here because the kilowatt would hit the garage door opener power. I'd have to unplug it, and I didn't want to have to reset all my garage door buttons in the cars. So I just ran an extension cord to power this to show you that it doesn't use any watts. Now, obviously, some electricity is being used, but it's a very, very small amount if you leave this plugged in all the time, for those of you who are concerned. All right, let's plug it back up in the ceiling. All right, you can see it's up in the ceiling here, and they say to put it within 4 feet of an outlet. I put it a little closer, one, because there was a convenient stud in between the little ceiling thing I built, but two, one thing I could do is do a little knot here. So if for whatever reason this falls, because we're in Alaska and there's earthquakes and whatever, and there's a car underneath it, at least this will kind of catch it before it falls. So instead of denting the hood 3 inches, it'll only do it 2 inches. So that's what I've done. Come down here. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It'll hang down like this. I'll probably tuck that up a little bit. Need to remove that little piece of foam protecting. But yeah, if you got any questions, please post them in the comments and I'd be happy to answer them as they come along. Again, this is a Vevor retractable extension cord. And if you guys get one, let me know if you like it or if you have any issues. Some of the reviews said there was some issues with it retracting. I haven't experienced that yet because I've been able to pull it down. Goes right back up, but if I want it to stay in place, oh, I got to pull it down to a certain point for it to hold. I had it, then I let go. All right, so it'll stay right there just fine, and then pull again for it to retract and go up. And it's good to go. And I got 75 feet of extension cord that I don't have to run all over the floor anymore. And it's nice, it'll stay right here. All right, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know if you got any questions, and you'll have a great day.